Nick Clegg is stealing my thunder. You know, this channel has absolutely no viewers, right? No viewers. But I am leading the world on intellectual thought. I've been saying for a long time that people in Silicon Valley, I'm talking about the CEOs and the people that found these companies. Sorry, I got some police cars driving by. Are absolute children and babies when they don't get their way. I talked about Bezos with the Washington Post and his declaration about what opinion pieces are allowed to be, turning himself into one of the biggest losers and babies on the face of the planet. Remember when everyone said, look, here's a picture of Jeff Bezos. He was a loser, and now he's a god. And then he was like, but I'm going to turn back into a loser. Watch, and he did. And now he's a loser again. He's a billionaire loser who can destroy anything in his path, but he's still a fucking loser. And this is the path that seems to happen all the time in California and Silicon Valley. What did Nick Clegg say where he's stealing my thunder? Silicon Valley is full of hubris and hugely wealthy and macho men who think they are victims, the former politician and Facebook executive Nick Clegg has said. Did I not talk about in my videos that no one watched about the absolute fucking hubris? They are out of their fucking minds, right? So I'm glad that he's saying this and he's written a book and all that. Now, he was working for the Facebook company or whatever. It's become Meta now. And apparently doesn't have much bad things to say about Zuckerberg. But Zuckerberg is an absolute fucking asshole. Why? Because he laid off all those people and then declared that it was for performance reasons. You can lay people off without saying that. You know? And it's absolutely not fucking true because you have no control over your company because you're a shitty CEO who blew billions of fucking dollars on the fucking metaverse. You have no fucking clue. It's absolute bullshit. Managers don't even know. I've reported to people that don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. You know? So it's absolutely full of shit. Anyone that believes anything that comes out of Zuckerberg's mouth is a fucking idiot. But then I wasn't going to make this video today because I've got some wings going, right? And then I'm on Twitter and I see Notch made this comment about he couldn't get someone to work for the company. I guess he's making a new game, and he couldn't get someone to come there because the guy refused to move to L.A. And apparently, his opinion on this, it seemed, was because it's such a shithole and it's run by shitty fucking people and all this other shit. And I was like, is he trying to say it's no one wants to move to a place where the army and the National Guard is moving in, Or is it because he's an asshole? Oh, he's an asshole. Because, he simply referred to someone as a Democrat who disagreed with him, Yeah, go inside with the Republicans, dude. Like, this is exactly what's happening right now with all these wealthy people in California, and it goes back a long way, because you have to understand with the early days of the internet and Unix, these people were all libertarians. Now, libertarians are the stupidest people on the face of the planet, aside from anarchists in this day and age, right? Well, they're even. They're both idiots, right? Because they have a pipe dream that cannot be lived. But it was just so funny to see this when people are suffering at the hands of the Republicans across the United States, even though they don't want to admit it. They are paying the fucking tariffs, right? They are dealing with the fact that, ICE is running around rampaging. But no, the Democrats are the cause of the problems. The Democrats are ineffective. So I don't know how they could be the cause of anyone's problems. But I don't want to get into Democrats versus Republicans and all this shit. Well, I can say this. Any Republican supporting Donald Trump hopefully will go to jail. And people say, but you're politicizing. I don't know. What are you doing? You're attacking politics with law or whatever. They're doing illegal shit, idiot. Your country is going to absolute shit. It's a joke. Remember the jokes you used to make about banana republics in the United States? You're now the banana republic without the bananas. You fucking idiots. Anyone that thinks that things are going well, you fucking morons. You know, like it just makes me fucking laugh when you look at Zelensky in there with Vance, or Dents as I call him, one of the biggest morons on the fucking face of the planet. Give me a fucking break. But anyway, let's get back to Silicon Valley and the areas around there. There is this victim mentality. There is an absolute victim mentality. And I've said this in previous videos. Why can't we do what we want? Why can't we make more money? Why is someone standing in the way of me making more money? Bezos is a perfect example of a person. Now, the thing that separates Bezos from all the other people is that he was actually intelligent in the early days, and he made some very, very wise decisions that none of these other idiots could have possibly made. But it then goes on to the victim mentality, where it's totally okay to treat human beings like shit working for Amazon. But it's not okay for someone to have an opinion piece in the Washington Post that is not in line with his thoughts. That makes him a loser. That was his decision. He decided to be a fucking loser, and he will go down in history as a fucking loser. He can spend as much money as he wants to try to change that. It won't change the fucking facts. I am so sick of these wealthy people that treat themselves like they are some sort of fucking victim while they're trampling all over other people. And I'm glad, even though he's stealing my thunder, because I said this before him, that Nick Clegg is coming out and saying this. But Nick Clegg, coming from the UK, and I guess Liberal Democrats is where he was from, had an outsider point of view. And he moved into this, and he was like, holy shit, these wealthy people have a victim complex. They certainly do, because they're absolute narcissists, because everyone around them says, you're a fucking genius, and they believe it. Whereas they were at the right place at the right time, and they just turn into assholes. Thanks for watching. I've got some wings to work on, but I'm going to post some videos tonight that I didn't have the time to review them, or I posted them on the wrong channel in the past. So there's some videos coming up for my 5 or 6 subscribers. Thanks for watching. One day we're going to change the fucking world. Thank you very much.